Hello, hello, hello! What's happening, everybody? MCOC Droid does back again for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. So the International Women's Day Boss Rush is wrapping up. You've got a little bit under 2 days left to complete it if you have not done it already. 1 day and 18 hours from when I'm recording this. So Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I have already done it once. As you can see right there, there's the 100% explored. And in case you missed it, I did a quick video right after I did, because I had taken those 10,000 shards and put them towards another featured. So, hey, we found a war match. So be sure to check that out if you have not already. It should have popped up in the corner by now. But as I mentioned then, like I said, I've only done it the one time, and I want to get all 6 of the titles. So what the heck? Let's do this again. I'm not going to do it all 5 additional times in this video, but I'm going to do one full run through just to show it off with y'all. And this is the opportunity to do a premiere, which I haven't done in a little while. So what's up to everybody in the chat right now? Hope you're doing well. And so, yeah, let's just go through it. So this was the lineup that I used the first time around, which really was just a lineup of 4 because I had brought Havoc as maybe a potential backup for 1 or 2 of the fights, and I just never ended up using them. It was only Warlock, Corvus, Beardo, and Human Torch, actually, saving him for the very, very end. So, yeah, let's just get into it, and let's go. So, like I said, I'll just go through fight by fight. Hopefully I can do this as one smooth, steady recording without having to recut and re-edit and stuff like that, but we'll see how it goes. So this first one is X23. That was chosen by Lola Tupaws, aka Laura Grant. And this one is not, this fight overall is straightforward. It's definitely the easiest of the 6. One big thing to quickly notice is that she's the only one that does not have the special 3, so thankfully you do not have to worry about that. And so because of that, everything's pretty straightforward. So she's got Matador, which means you only gain a bar of power every time they activate a special attack. So it's not just them gaining a bar of power, you also gain one at the same time. Spite, Godslayer, the special attacks get the increased critical hit damage, and then Indomitable. So since she's a healing champ, you can't petrify her or anything. You can only heal block her, but again, she has no special 3. So it's really just a beat 'em up fight, as straightforward as it gets. And so I'm going to use Corvus just because I'm able to get a charge. I can't get more than 1, unfortunately, obviously. But I'll just... I'll let this go. And of course she has the Spite already active, which is nice. It gets her power flowing pretty quickly, which means she's throwing specials pretty quickly. So I can get a special 2 in there nice and early. See if I can hit her a couple more times. Get her to throw another special. So now I've got my special 2 again, trying to keep my glaive charges. Let's have her go ahead and do that one more time. And what the heck? Why not do another special? Get me back up to 2 bars of power. Please, pretty please. There we go. This should be enough right here. I was going to say, like, no, maybe not. But that's enough right there. So boom. 1 fight down. Pretty straightforward. Rank 3 Corvus makes it look easy. But yeah, so that's great, and now I've got a charge on Corvus, which is pretty darn fantastic to get this thing going. Next up, we've got Medusa, which of course, was created with the help of Cat Murdoch. And in case you missed my my completion and opening video, this was the first title that I picked so far. So as I mentioned, now moving forward, of course, everyone's got the special 3 activated, so watch out for that. Counter-Strike, so whenever you use dexterity to dodge an attack, you get a passive fury charge, and then once you get 10 of those, they all go away. The defender becomes unblockable. Not, it's not the most annoying node to deal with. It certainly needs you to pay attention a little bit more. Pilfer, of course, any buff has a chance to be nullified. They get a regen buff. But and she also has Cornered down there. But the biggest thing to look at here is Invade. Both champions have 100% block penetration and 300% increased attack when hitting a block. So once again, that is all about Corvus. And especially since I just picked up a glaive charge from fighting X23, This is going to go pretty nicely. So let's get into this. Get her to back up, hopefully. There we go. Look at that. That first medium, almost 20,000 damage. That is beautiful. And she dead. I was going to say, maybe you could try to, you know, I could maybe let her get to 3 Fury buffs. I could try to get her auto block going so I could pick up that charge potentially. But yeah, no, she's dead. She is dead that fast. So yeah, Corvus plus Invade equals so much glorious damage. But anyway, moving on. Miss Insomnia has got the next fight, and this is Wasp. So Wasp is a little bit more annoying. She's got spiked armor, where you see there whenever she's struck by a critical hit, their physical resistance gets increased for a few seconds, and then part of that attack is dealt back to you as damage. Dismay is of course annoying with her because of her evade. You get the degen debuff whenever you lose your combo. And then she's got Enhanced Shock and Plagued Mind. So I just used Warlock here, actually. Beardo would probably be my backup, but I didn't really need it all that much. I basically just spammed heavies. It was really straightforward. You get the bleed damage going in there. Of course, eventually she becomes infected. Not sure why I can't get a parry going. There we go. That was a bad little rhythm I got in at the beginning of the fight. But now we're picking it back up, which is good. Again, keeping the bleed stacked, which is nice. And there we go. She's already infected for what it's worth. Hang on back here. And so, yeah, I mean, I've got the power drain, but I don't really need to worry about it because I'm keeping these attacks pretty minimal, just with, you know, parry heavy. Again, you know, Captain America Infinity War would be great for this as well, especially based on your team, and if he's awakened and things like that, you're building up those armor breaks and what have you. And gosh, I cannot seem to get anything going. There we go. I needed to do that. See if I can sneak one in. I can't, but that's fine. I can at least parry her. No big deal. And just keep this up again. With the bleed stacking, that's doing some nice damage. This rank 5 Warlock is very quickly become one of my best friends. I still have to do the account overview video now that I've hit 1.5 million rating, but he is one of my more recent big rank ups, and I was very, very, very happy to do this. So there we go. That was pretty straightforward as well. Like I said, parry heavy. Cap Infinity War could do the exact same thing, and should hopefully get you through the fight. Pretty easy. Next up, we have we have Emma Frost right here. Anyway, so yeah, Emma Frost, of course, picked by Katie Candy. Great choice. She's got the annoying kinetic transference node where, you know, especially with Beardo, who can perfect block pretty consistently, that lets Emma get power quicker with those blocked hits. Oscillate, that can get kind of annoying, especially if she's got a special or two loaded up, because of course it switches between Fury passive and Armor up passive. When she's got the Fury, she's more aggressive. When she's got the Armor up, she's more passive, but she can still throw attacks while she is passive. So she's got a special that can really trip you up when it comes out of nowhere. And I guarantee that will happen in this fight here coming up. Unblockable special 1, and then aggression regeneration. And for this, I'm just going to go with Beardo and use the old petrified trick and basically just regen her to extinction. I always love doing this. I love when aggression regen pops up. I mean, as you can see right there, the first parry. Since I have a cosmic champion on my team, it's causing the armor break, which is taking away her diamond form. And then I am just stacking up those petrifies really well. The nice thing about this too is that she is picking up power, as we mentioned, from the kinetic transference node that she has, but Cap's petrifies are allowing that power to be drained if you have enough of them on. So this is another relatively straightforward fight, and there we go. She is down without a single hit. I always love that. That's such tasty, delicious cheese right there. I certainly do love it. Next up is Rogue. I know this is the annoying fight for a lot of people, and I can definitely see why. Great choice there, Dragon. There's a couple of particular nodes that really trip it up. I mean, there is aggression regeneration again, so in theory, you could try to do what I just did, the petrify method, basically. But it's not going to work as well with Rogue because, of course, debuffs on her fall off quicker than pretty much any other champion. So those petrifies are not going to really last too long. But the real tricky thing here is the 1-2 punch of Invade and Brawl. So I'm still going to use Corvus just because of Invade. But yeah, you have to be careful because every 10 seconds, both of you get that Unstoppable passive for 5 seconds. And then once those 5 seconds are over, 5 seconds later, the next Unstoppable triggers. I've never really understood why that isn't treated separately, like there isn't more of a cooldown, but whatever. And then she's also got Aspect of Death, which means every time she activates a special, then all of their successful hits for 4 seconds plus 1 additional seconds for each knocked out member of the attacker's team will instantly kill you. So you just have to watch out for that when she throws specials. But I'm just gonna, I believe this is the one time that I died the first time around. I just had a bad run. Basically, you have to hope for boom, like that. Get a few hits in. Back it up. Ah, dang it, but that's fine. Getting the regen off of her. Staying still for a second, please. Right there. Oh, I messed up on the on my left thumb. I didn't trigger enough in time. But, oh, I might have had it right there. I'm not sure, but let's try and go for the kill. Oh, I got greedy there. I got very, very greedy. Because, of course, she still had that, the death touch, the aspect of death that was active right there. So I should have played it a little bit more safe, but what are you going to do? So I'll just go ahead and finish her up with either the Warlock or Beardo or something. Let's see. Let's back it up. Get her to back up so I can hit into your block, please. Pretty please. Not like that. There we go. And she's down. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I think kind of similar to this. I just had a mistime or something the first time I ran this, and I died with Corvus. But that was my only death. So now we come to the final fight. Also a little difficult, but this is Black Widow Clairvoyant. Thanks to Starfighter for picking her. Great, great choice. Of course, I'd say probably the two most annoying nodes on this. Of course, is Safeguard. Safeguard is just always annoying. And so, of course, that prevents champs from losing more than 1% health from a single source. And then Mighty Charge. So anytime she performs a medium dash, she's immune to debuffs, she becomes unstoppable, and she gets that huge attack boost. So you have to watch out for that. Empowered immunity for her is annoying as well, just because anytime she does receive something that she's immune to, which, of course, rotates, but is a lot of the common debuffs, then she gets a third of a bar of power. Matador is back again, so again, you only get a bar of power whenever she activates a special. And then Curse of Death, whenever she reaches 20 of the Clairvoyance charges, they're immediately removed, replaced with Death Touch, and that lasts indefinitely. So you kind of want to get it done as quickly as possible, which is why I went for Human Torch. I saved his Flame On pre-fight ability, so I'm activating it here. The Nova Flames are passive, so that does get around Safeguard. And again, just with her buffs and things like that, the Nova Flames get around the immunities as well. So I basically just try and stay as aggressive as possible. I try to close the gap with her, as you can see right there. I'm trying to keep the gap closed as much as I possibly can so that she doesn't get to trigger her Unstoppable and things like that. I mean, as you can see, the Nova Flames aren't going away anyway, but yeah, that way she doesn't get that whole medium dash thing like right there. So since I was a little bit too passive, she was able to do that. So ideally, I mean, that wasn't even a good run, and she still died super fast. Ideally, whenever you see that node, you always want to try and close the gap as much as possible so that she's not able to, shrug off all the debuffs, go unstoppable, etc., etc. But there we go. It is done. Nice and easy, straightforward. like I said, I already picked Cat's title. That was the first one. So let's just start from Interstellar Warrior right there, as you can see, from Starfighter. And I'm going to go do this 4 more times, pick up the other 4 titles. Let me confirm the selection right there. And yeah, that's it. So thank you again to all 6 of you who worked with Kabam to pick these very fun fights. These are fun and interactive fights. That's not meant in a negative or a sarcastic way. This definitely was a lot of fun. So thank you to the 6 of you for picking these fights and these nodes and what have you. Thanks to Kabam for putting this on and for celebrating International Women's Day. Again, if you haven't done it yet, you still got a little bit of time, so make sure you do it. It's 10,000 5-star shards, so that is certainly a nice prize to go after. For now, thanks everybody for watching, especially if you caught it during the premiere. Extra shout out to you all right there. Let me know, what team did you use? What was the toughest fight for you? What was the most fun fight for you? And of course, what did you get from those 10,000 5-star shards? Hit that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell. All that stuff really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna keep the content coming. I know a lot of us are all, stuck inside and what have you. Everybody, please be safe out there. Wash your hands. Be kind to each other. Be patient to each other, or be patient with each other, I guess is better grammar. But you know the drill. So yes, everybody, we can get through it. We can totally do it. So I will keep doing my part and keep the content coming. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter, join the Discord, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time.